Let's say that you could only do 10 exercises for the rest of time. It could be any machine, any modality.
You're talking just weight exercises, strength exercises?
Cardio could be anything. You can pick, it could be swimming, it can be cycling, it can be being on a Bosu ball, it can be hanging therapy, it can be anything. But you only have 10 modalities.
And can one of them accommodate multiple variants of it? Like, would a split squat allow you to do every form of a split squat?
No.
So a rear foot elevated is a dedicated...
Correct. Those are the rules. And you've got 10. What are you choosing?
Come on now. The bike.
Road bike?
Yeah.
Cool. You can do different intensities on the bike.
Yeah.
It's allowed.
Yeah.
But is that because you get the big variation?
It's where
zone two?
It's where I do my zone 2 and my VO2 max. So I'm going to get my full suite there.
Yep.
Boy, do I want to use up. For now, I'm going to throw in ruck and swim, but I'm going to reserve the right to come back and say, because that only leaves me 7 in the gym.
What would be the justification for ruck?
It's just so beautiful to be out there carrying weight around. It's also the most social thing that I do. So I love when my patients come into Austin and I can go for a ruck with them. So, you know, it's whereas I'm not going to go for a bike ride with somebody or swim with somebody, and most people don't want to lift weights together.
What about the stimulus itself? Is there something specific to the ruck? Is it to do with the fact that you're loading?
No, I think it's great to be loaded without overpounding the joints, and it's also great training for other activities I do, like hunting, where you're walking around and it's challenging and you got a pack on your back with a lot of weight in it.
Swimming? Why swimming? Even if it does get kicked out?
I think, look, it's something that's always been near and dear to my heart with my background. And I also think it's a great sport for life. And so it also is something you can really do well at multiple intensities. So you can really kind of do easy peasy zone 2, and you can do like the most crushing, soul burning intervals. It's an amazing way to train your lower body, doing kick sets till the point of like the burn. It's a beautiful whole body workout in a way that virtually nothing is, maybe with the exception of rowing.
All right, 3.
I'm going to go with a relatively new toy in my life, which is a belt squat. So I've very recently, like in the last 4 months, got this new belt squat machine, and I have to say it is the greatest hip hinging device ever, and it's really nice because it's just, you're not actually loading the spine at all. So I'm able to load my body with as much weight as I would have ever been able to tolerate in a back squat or deadlift without any of the axial loading. So that's definitely on the list.
Who makes the machine?
I want to give them a shout out because I'm so happy with them. And I don't have any affiliation with them. I think it's called Squat Max or something. It's a guy
plate loaded.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a guy who's a former NFL player, and I'm blanking on his name. I apologize. I wish I could give them a better job shouting it out. Hopefully you can link to it somewhere.
Yep.
But I think it's called Squat Max MD or something like that.
How comfortable is the belt? I've found a mixed variety.
This one is exceptional. Okay. And I tried a couple beforehand. I
get bruised hips good. If I get, you've got some.
You should come over and try mine.
Yep. All right, cool.
No, it's
cool.
It's fantastic.
I adore the belt squat. I'm someone with lower back injuries. And also I learned this from Dr. Mike Israetel, the additional CNS strain that you get from axial loading, which is specifically through the spine. And to be like, oh, I just get to completely kill my legs. I can bail out whenever I want.
Yep.
I can go to failure as much as possible. I can get someone else to deload the bar or whatever, the plates easily to do drop sets. I can do all this stuff. And you're telling me that I get to do it. So I'm all in for that. Okay, so that's 4.
It's going to have to be some variant of a split squat because I really love single leg stuff too. So it would either be a traditional barbell lunge, single leg.
Just a walking lunge?
Step back. So
reverse lunge.
Or it might be a rear foot elevated split squat with dumbbells or kettlebells.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I'm gonna talk to the governing body and see if they're gonna let me count that as one exercise. I'm gonna really push on the judges here.
Okay, all right. I don't think so. I'm sorry. I'm afraid you're gonna have to make a call. You're gonna have to make a call between the two.
All right, it's gonna be one of those two.
Okay.
Again, the advantage of those is obviously legendary across the board. Also, you want some axially loading, right?
Yes.
You do still need to
Core
be able
stiffening,
to do that. So again, here we're doing it with a much lighter weight. If I have a bar on my back, I'm not really going above 135 pounds when I do that exercise.
Yeah. I love the walking lunges or reverse lunges with dumbbells because it just feels, I'm so stable. I don't feel like I'm going to fall over. It's good for grip strength as well, which is quite nice. A little bit of sort of trap work. So yeah. Okay. So you've got 5 more.
Yeah. Probably a dumbbell press.
Like a bench.
Yep.
Flat.
Dumbbell bench press. Yep. Oh, by the way, if I do pull up, I can do all grips, right?
Sure. You can go chin up and pull up from that and neutral. Come on. Are you really pushing the limits here? The governing body is going to have to meet and
give
come
me
back.
3 grips.
Okay. All right. So be it.
All right. We'll do a 3 grip pull up.
Okay. The squat of the back.
Yeah. How many is that?
I think you've got 6. So I think you've got 4 more.
Do you ask everybody this question? And does everybody take this long?
Yes.
Okay.
You're the pain, and someone asked me on a Q&A, and I took even longer than anyone. So I've asked Phil Heath, I've asked some of the greatest bodybuilders of all time. So everybody, I don't think there's a single person that hasn't said dumbbell, either bench press or incline bench press. So that's like the one single thread. Everyone's a bro deep down, but you've got 4 more.
I don't even know. I mean, I haven't even included any of the kind of rehab important moves that I do, right? That doesn't count, right? If I'm doing DNS, like dynamic neuromuscular stabilization stuff, where I'm doing like, you know, like if you don't know this stuff, the positions won't mean anything, but I'm going to say that doesn't count.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I would probably also do a tricep extension. So an overhead tricep extension.
One of my favorites.
So you have to obviously get humeral extension and then a tricep extension on that.
Tell you what's a really lovely variation that we've been playing with on our Saturday session is a floor skull crusher with small plates. And that is just so nice.
Held like this?
No, so on a W bar.
I see what you mean. Yep.
But just going from the floor. Just because I've always felt a bit strange bailing out when you're on a bench. It's always a bit like, And if all that you need to do to bail out is just go to here and it hits the ground. I've really been enjoying that. But that's... Every guy ignores... Like, it's just push downs. Everything is push downs or close grip bench. Dude, get your fucking arms over your
It's
head.
interesting. I think the literature is pretty clear on this. Isn't there a significant difference in tricep activation when you have humeral extension?
Correct.
Yeah. So I don't actually do anything that's not extended now. There may be a benefit to it, but I obviously don't spend a lot of time doing arms, as evidenced by my arms.
One thing that I did learn that was interesting, tricep kickbacks are kind of like, they feel like the shake weight of the upper body or something, but that Jeff Nippard talked about this, the fact one of the heads of the tricep only gets activated when the elbow is behind the torso. So you can do this in a number of ways. You could use a cable and again put yourself into this position, but that actually is kind of important to get maximum contraction on it. I was like,
interesting. Yeah,
I never thought about that. All right, you're
not going to make the top 10 for me.
That's fine. That's okay. So you got 3 more.
A hanging leg raise. Again,
Probably at least 80% of people that have answered this have put that in as their ab movement of choice.
Yep.
Are you going to hang?
I'm going arms in, and then I'm going to do, I get all 3 sides, right? That counts as one movement. Don't even try to tell me that doesn't.
I have to say, of all of the people I've asked this question to, you are the most litigious.
I'm the most needy.
By most fucking litigious. Okay, 2 more.
This is going to be a dumb one for most people, but I'd probably do a farmer's carry.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you for this, given that you're probably going to try and litigate your way through it. I'll give you both unilateral and bilateral for that.
Yeah.
Why?
I think for me, it's probably one of the best grip exercises as well. And I like that, and I appreciate getting the unilateral for free. I'll tell you, I would have accepted it even if I only could do it with a hex bar.
Okay.
But that's I like doing both, but what I really love doing is I do this set once a week, hex bar loaded up, pick it up, 30 seconds of walking, 30 seconds rest, 20 times. So it's a 20-minute set. And I would like to see people of our age should be able to do that with their body weight.
Yes, I've seen you talk about that.
And then obviously, once, you keep progressing through that.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think I'm up to maybe, I don't know, I'm probably at 115% of my body weight now. So I think you're really getting some grip strength there. Like you're really, when you get into that 15th, 16th set, you're really feeling it. But also you have to have a stable core to be able to do that. You've got to be able to control yourself. You're getting great dorsiflexion. Everything is so much harder when you're carrying that weight. So I think it's a great exercise. It's also one of the exercises I love doing it's a great family exercise. So believe it or not, it's on the driveway.
Can see you swearing and sweating.
Well, the kids are doing it with me. They carry their little weights, and one kid's timing me and all that kind of stuff.
I found
so
one.
2 more.
No, one more.
I feel like I'm just missing something so obvious. It's almost like I need to see other people's choices.
Is it bicep curls?
No, I thought about that, but it's like, do you really waste one of your 10 on that?
That's true.
You've got pull-ups.
Same as calf raises. You've got no direct shoulder work, but if you're doing bench and then you've got your holds.
No, you know what? I'm going to take a seated calf raise.
Seated calf raise for the number 10.
Yeah, for soleus.
Why?
First of all, contrary to popular belief, a seated calf raise does still hit the gastroc, so you are still strengthening the Achilles as well. And maybe I would change that to a standing, but I think the seated you can load so heavy, and I really think that a strong soleus is a healthy lower leg. I think it's just a way of life. So yeah, I'm going to bring that in at number 10.